Good evening, welcome to the show, the Cooking with Music show. Ο Κόμις μαγειρεύει με τα μουσικής. The Count cooks, and we are on season 3, episode 9, I think. In the meantime, cheers, raise a toast to your gothic host. Stay healthy, stay goth, stay dark, rock, or whatever. Today we're gonna have a special dish from the north of Italy, and of course with my own parallels, with my own little changes, additions mainly, not subtractions. Today is more additions. But before that, I want to talk to you about something that's been bothering me for weeks. What is that? It's human relationships between men and women. Everybody tends to blame everything on the lockdown. This is okay, but it's not just because of the lockdown all these things happen between men and women. It has a lot to do with it, but it's not 100%. It has been going on for years. It's been boiling up to it, and after the lockdown, it's just like exploded. What do I mean with that? I'm talking about ages between just over 30 to just over 40. The reason I'm flabbergasted with their behavior is because on that age they're supposed to know, they're supposed to be from youth to just before the 20s and just over the 20s and so forth, with some experiences and everything, and knowing what they want in life at that later stage. But obviously to me, I might be wrong. This sort of like survey wasn't done in a vast number of women. It was done alongside meeting people. It's just personal experiences really. And the conclusion I came up to is that respect, honesty, truthfulness, caring aren't in their vocabulary anymore. It just throws them back. It makes them think that you're pressuring them. If you send a good morning, have a nice day at work, to them that's a pressure. God forbid, Anyway, it's really, it's not funny, but I've got to laugh because I wonder, what do they want? Do they want bad boys? Do they want violence at home? Do they like that more than somebody being a gentleman and treat them nice? So if you care, if you ask them something and show that you care, you're pressuring them. My God, don't pressure them. Jesus, let them decide. Well, as long as they tell you, I don't like to converse every day. I like to converse once a month or once every 6 months. But if they don't tell you that, you're not a medium, you cannot guess what's in somebody's mind. So that's a little parenthesis on human relationships. But still, we go on with our cooking. I don't know who's gonna be watching that and who's gonna be thinking, he's talking about me, what a bad boy. But still, I should do a podcast. Somebody told me I had the voice for it, but I don't really take well to compliments, I feel pressure. So let me try my Italian, although we've gone 4.5 minutes, but I don't bloody care. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Right, it's called Penne rigate integrali al vino rosso pepperoni, funghi e salsa di pomodoro con broccoli and spinaci caramellati in salsa di soia e zucchero di canna. I will explain as I go along. I've done a lot of preparation for this dish. Yesterday and today is taking me too long because I changed it so much. It's much simpler, and going along I'll tell you more about it, what changes I've done, and also I will tell you about the music we have today. This is more into the 90s today. We're gonna give a break to the 80s because I think everybody's sick of it, talking about it all the time. So I'm gonna go a bit into the 90s. And today I've chosen Optimum Berserk, Until the End of the World, Nosferatu, Vampire's Cry, and Rosetta Stone, An Eye for a Main Chance. Not necessarily in that order. And I will tell you again about Optimum Berserk, those two words mean. Optimum, it's, you have to look it up because I'm not quite sure if I remember it correctly. I did it about a few videos ago when I played one of their other songs, and it was like Apoptygma is something between a scarf and a blouse in the ancient times in Greece. That's where the word derives from. Berserk it derives from the Viking word which is called berserkir. Berserkir were the very how do you call them, very brave fighters, the front of the line, to attack the enemy. They used to like run through the enemy holding on both hands double-edged axes, and they used to just chop everybody that was on their way. Of course they were the first to die, obviously, statistically, but that's why the English took that word, and if they want to give emphasis to somebody who is gone crazy, who is gone mental, who is gone nuts, who is gone, he's lost it, ta pire που λέμε, they use that word, he's gone berserk. So that's where it derives from. There you go, you learned something today. I'm sure lots of you knew it. It's not atomic science, but still. It has to do with history, so unless you like the Vikings and so forth and languages, maybe you wouldn't know. Right, what we do first, because I prepare a lot of things, as I said, we are going to make the tomato sauce. And we have chopped onions and garlic. Chopped finely, I would say. Yeah, not big pieces like in Chinese cooking. So, human relationships, that's so strange, aren't they? I think I'm really totally confused about how people think nowadays, and obviously I didn't include very young people or just the ages I told you about, and it's very confusing. It's very frustrating not to know how to treat people, because what's nice and kind for one, it's pressure for another person. So it's only if they tell you. I think that's the best way. Tell me from the beginning what you want, and I'll tell you if I can follow it or not. If I don't agree, I'll just say sorry, and no harm, no foul. But if I don't know, so that's quite enough, I think. Or Bonnie. Let's play our first song, by the way. And we're going to start with that one of Optimum Berserk, Till the End of the World.
got a little bit of tomato paste in here as well. And you know the secret, well, somebody told me, why not tell you? The secret to a good tomato sauce, do you know what it is? It's one ingredient. You won't guess what it is unless you know it already. It's called soya sauce. Really? For macaroni or for spaghetti and for all pasta? Of course. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because spaghetti pasta wasn't invented by the Italians. It was invented by the Chinese. What do Chinese use in almost everything? Soya sauce. So there you go. Salt and pepper. It's a really good bun. This and Eclipse, one of my favorites. And the Eclipse, I had it about 5 o'clock yesterday before leaving the club. So, and I think I've played it before. I'm not sure if I played the Eclipse or this one before in my other video. I didn't have time to go back and find out. So, excuse me if I've done it, if you heard it before. I don't know why, but I think I have like a good rhythm in my English today. I don't know why. It comes and goes. But I did speak a lot of English yesterday to a lot of people, and there were some English people there. A guy who's manager in Teleperformance, who has a Greek girlfriend, by the way. And there was an English girl from Bayswater who had a Greek boyfriend. So, you know, it's till the end of the world. Well, I've pre-boiled the penne ricotte, whole grain penne pasta, and oh my god, this is gonna be, my laptop is gonna be full of sauce, but it can't be helped. So the next thing we do, mushrooms and red peppers, funghi and pepperoni. That's my addition. That's not supposed to be in here, but it makes a lovely addition, I think. And I'm thirsty. I forgot to tell you that there is no sponsors, there is no τοποθέτηση προϊόντος, nobody is giving me any money for this. This is purely made for hobby, made because of a hobby, cooking with music, and I just do it because I like it. I like cooking, I like music, and it's a concept cooking thingy, you know. Until the from now on, I'm going to introduce the small part of social topic in the beginning, until I find out what do I need to do for a podcast where I'm going to say things, I'm going to express myself a lot more. That's another addition, red wine. You see the color? It's not red, it's like a dark red thing. Because of the wine, because of the soya sauce. trust me, if you put soy sauce in tomato sauce, you will see the difference. The end of the song, so I have to be careful because otherwise the next one is gonna jump on it. Gonna start straight away, so I don't want them one exactly after the other. I will do it in my own pace. So adding the wine. So far we've got onion, garlic, tomato juice, tomato puree, nearly forgot, sweet paprika, always goes well in the red sauce, and we've got the penne rigati ready to add to the sauce. They are pre-cooked but not to the end, so they need 2-3 minutes in the sauce to be ready. The next thing I'm gonna do, I've boiled a little bit of broccoli and a little bit of spinach, and I'm gonna caramelize those with brown sugar and soy sauce, and I'm gonna add it to the corners of the dish, which by the way is supposed to have, well, my English is better today, but my memory is going to hell. I forgot to put the chicken on. My God, that's what happens if you have a late night the night before, and you sort of like not so fresh and rested. But still, I mean, it's no, the chicken is been boiled as well, so you know there is no skin of our nose. And we didn't miss anything, yeah. And it's ready because I pre-cook it so to save time, because there's no editing. I don't know how to do editing. I don't have the time to do editing. I don't want to know how to do editing. I like it the way it is. I know it makes long videos, but you know, even I cannot watch it beginning to the end. What I do, I let it play on, I do something else, and I listen to it, and if something draws my attention, I get a glimpse and then carry on to what I was doing. That's a good way to do it, you know. You can, if your English is good enough, you can let it play, listen to it, and then give it an eye or two every now and then. Give it a glimpse, rather. Right, so this is ready. I'm gonna have to take it away. And in a different pan, I'm going to use soy sauce. If by any means, by accident, you see what I'm using, it doesn't mean that I'm, you know, advertising it. It's just I forgot to, you know, put my hand over the name or something, you know. Then there's plenty of the same items from other names as well, you know, other brands. So I don't do anything on purpose on that respect. If it was done, it was done by accident. As I said, I'm the only chef without a single tattoo. Not chef, really, cook. Let's say cook. And without any piercings, just with rings, and dressed as you know, as Halloween. As it is Halloween, as it was Halloween. Jesus, I'm starting getting my English bad as well. So, have you ever caramelized anything? It's not so bad, but you really have to have a non-stick pan, not like mine. This is the spinach, which I've boiled a little bit. And let's play the other song because it's gonna be, I won't have time to play them all. Right, let's play Rosetta Stone. An eye for a main chance. When I say caramelized, don't expect it to be like the onions, you know, like with that glistening look on top, you know, like somebody's polished them. Because it doesn't have the same consistency as onions. To take it off there because it's going to be too hot by the time I go to the brown sugar. Broccoli. Just needs a couple of minutes. It takes a very, very nice aroma and a lovely taste. Doesn't need too much. Be careful with broccoli, it's a very funny vegetable. You can overcook it instantly. Just 1 minute over and it's gone like 2 bits. If you do it alone, if you do it on its own, it's easier to control. If you do it with other vegetables, they need longer time to boil, then this becomes like yucky. Cheers. 7th of August. I wish bloody August disappeared. I used to like it, but since I'm not gonna go on holiday, I hate it. Unfortunately, too many υποχρεώσεις, too many open fronts. We cannot really afford to do that, so doesn't matter. We're young, we can take it. great Rosetta Stone for a mention. So let's play exactly immediately the last one, which is Vampire's Cry from Nosferatu, 1993. Great band. And in the meantime, I shall prepare and set up the dish. I can tell you it smells wonderful, and I'm not just saying that. And it's pretty light because I only use olive oil, nothing else. No fat, no butter. Although I'm a great fan of the 80s, and I wish I was press a button and go back to the 80s. I must admit, there is quite a few good bands came out in the 90s. The difference with the 80s is that they're still going on. I don't know these bands in the 90s how long will keep going on. Most of them are being stopped, so they're not functioning anymore. Let me set up the plates. Well, I hope you enjoyed the music as well as the cooking, and this is why I added things to this dish, because otherwise it just looks like a macaronada, you know, or just a plain pasta dish. But cooking is experimenting, adding things up, subtracting things up, and see how it goes. I've tried this before. I mean, I've eaten it like this before, so it's not that I've done something I didn't know how it's going to turn up. Whatever I do here, I do from memory, from restaurants I've been throughout Europe, and by taste. You know, I tasted it and I remember what's got inside, And if I didn't know what it was, I went and asked the chefs in the kitchen. I take no for an answer. I go in and ask them. This is gonna be a bit tricky to transfer, but still I will take my chance. You see, I don't put plastic flowers or other decorative stuff which is going to be thrown away as soon as the photographer stops clicking. It's food. All this you can eat. And my portions are proper portions for a good feeding, you know, not stingy portions like in gourmet restaurants. You get like a great big plate and two little things in the middle. It's supposed to be food. I mean, not even a dog would stop feeling hungry after that, you know. Anyway, this is our dish. I will take for you'll see the photos later. We've seen it all, and let me see. It's always something I forgot to do. I'm not gonna keep you too much longer, because as I see, I don't want to get these cables, τα καλώδια. 32 minutes. That's not too bad, considering we've talked about different things today and had 3 songs, quite long ones, I would say. I got a bit off center there, a bit of time, off center. Jesus. Anyway, so η αποφώνηση ήταν πολύ γρήγορη. Thanks for watching. Please write a comment underneath. It only takes one minute, please. And even if you didn't like it, just say what you didn't like so I can make it better next time. And if you have anything to discuss about the social issue I was referring to in the beginning, please, I'd like to hear your opinion if you want. And let me say again, there is no sponsor to this. I'm not making any money, and I do it in an amateur way. There is no editing, it's just one take, and well, that's it. There's no sponsor, that's it. Δεν υπάρχει τοποθέτηση προϊόντος. Okay, so cheers, stay healthy, stay happy, stay goth, dark, rock, or whatever you are, and safe. Stay safe as well. If anybody is around the area where I am, you know where everybody knows where I am. The people, I mean, who watch me, you're very welcome to pop in and say hello. There's a coffee always waiting for you if you want. That's it. Thanks for watching again. See you hopefully next week.